Hello and welcome to the preview show of the fourth round of Six Nations game of the 2014 tournament. I'm Lloyd and this is the Dressing Gown Diary. We unfortunately didn't get round to a review show of round three, but I'll cover some of those points off, the ones that I think are important in this preview show. We're obviously going to go game through game, so let's start off with Ireland versus Italy. Well, Ireland, they thought they were on a Grand Slam tour. They thought they'd done enough. Suddenly, after half-time at Twickenham, they are 10-3 up and a dramatic turnaround. England on the ropes, somehow fought back. Key moment, Sexton misses it. Well, he doesn't even miss. He kicks the ball straight into touch. It's 6-10. Ireland have got the kick-off. He goes straight into touch. From that, Danny Kerr then, through passes of play, scores what was the winning try. Sexton played a perfect game against Wales. He played one of the best games a fly half has played, probably since Dan Carter against the Lions, where he was so dominant, did everything, didn't make a mistake, pitch perfect in everything he did. How will Ireland recover from that? They know now that they have the biggest points difference in the championship, and if it comes down to points, they're looking rosy. But they're playing Italy. Italy who lost in the last minute to Scotland. What are we expecting to see from them? Everyone thought that's the wooden spoon match, and surely Italy have got enough in Rome. They're always strong in Rome, but what can they do? Can they now step up? Ireland are going to come fist pumping. They're going to look to put a number of points on them. Knowing that it's important. At the moment, the markets are offering on the handicap about 20 to 21 points on Italy. Where do I see it? Well, I think Ireland are going to score, but I don't think they'll perhaps score as many points as that. But certainly this is down as an Ireland win. So moving on to Scotland versus France. Well, they both had very, very different games in the previous round. I mean, France were appalling in Cardiff, as anyone that follows me on Twitter at Dressing Gown Diary, or D Gown Diary as it is actually, they will know that I was at the game. It was an epic game. Well, it wasn't really. The scrum was an absolute joke. No one knew what was going on. The only reason Wales really won is that France made more mistakes and Wales were just less bad. But what it did show is that this is one of the worst French teams we've seen in a long time. Certainly I was there with the Pie Man and Guy, so it was a great experience going to Cardiff. What will Scotland bring to the game? Well, Scotland they've learned how to score tries. They actually got over the whitewash in Rome. They scored points. They won the game with a last-minute drop goal. Duncan Weir, the no-neck man, the guy from He-Man, he steps up and scores with a last-minute drop goal to win the match. Epic performance. What's going to happen, though? I think France are a poor side. I fancy Scotland to do well. I don't know whether they've quite got enough to get over the line against France, though. They are still an ugly French team. But it's going to be a tight match for me. Now, of course, the big one of the weekend, the big one on Sunday at Twickenham at HQ is England versus Wales. The ramifications for this game are so big. I've got Uncle Barbar. You come and say hello. Ali's here. He doesn't want to get involved in the Dressing Gown Diary. He's always a little bit shy. England-Wales, massive game. I mean, the implications, if England lose this game, they're on a 4-loss streak against Wales. They come to Cardiff next time for the opening game of the Six Nations on a Friday night, which could mean that they go five matches without winning pre-World Cup. So, the loss for England is enormous. If Wales lose, well, so far in the Six Nations, none of the big four teams have won away at the other big four teams. So the expectation is that this is an England win. I've been interested to see how Stuart Lancaster has spent the last 2 weeks rewriting history. He's decided that actually the record 33 loss in March that cost the Grand Slam was actually really, really close. Right. 33 record loss. Yeah, we were in it until 52 minutes. Well, as anyone that's watched Wales in the last 3 years will know that Warren Ball is all about keeping the game long and scoring big points in the last quarter. Their stats are something like 60% of Wales' points are scored in the last 20 minutes. So well done, mate. You played into the game. England, though, they did exceptionally well to come back. They neutered Ireland after they threw themselves into the game. It was a blood, sweat, guts and tears performance at Twickenham. The crowd got up for it. And actually, you've got to respect that was a big win. They've showed signs of playing exciting rugby. I mean, one of my gripes with England over the years has always been that I feel that they're too coached. that everything has to be to a formation and they're not prepared to play what's in front of them. And this is what rugby's about. It's noticing, Brian Habana against Wales in Cardiff in the autumn. He looked up and he saw Richard Hibbard there. What did he do? He ran round him and created a try that John de Villiers scored, which turned out to be the winning try in the end. I'm not sure England have that mentality yet. Everything's too structured, it's too patterns of play rather than just, right, wow, there's an opportunity there, let's have a go. As another example, Mike Phillips scoring a try against Ireland down the blind side in the World Cup. He just looked up, saw a gap and thought, I can make it. I'm not sure that you get that from England. Maybe Danny Kerr would give it a go. So, Wales' performance in Cardiff, yes, it was a big win. It was actually the record win against France, and they've now got more wins against France and more consecutive wins as a record in terms of that as well. So it is a big step up, but some stats for you. Stuart Lancaster has never coached a team that's beaten Wales. Stuart Lancaster has never coached a team that's scored a try against Wales. Wales have obviously got pretty much their strongest lineup. Jonathan Davies is a massive, massive player in the midfield. He is the guile to the brute force that is Jamie Roberts. And it'll be interesting to see whether the English midfield can cope with that battle. This game is massive. I'm fortunate enough to be going. I'll be going with the pie man, Andrew Clark and Mr. Waterhouse. It's going to be an epic day. What do I think is going to happen? Heart tells me that Wales are going to win by 10. Head tells me it's going to be really, really tight. What I do know, though, is this is exactly what the Six Nations is about. It is so enormous. The rivalry, I'm sure the atmosphere is going to be electric. Both sets of fans will be in great voice, and it is really what the Six Nations is about. So for now, this is the Dressing Gown Diary. You enjoy your weekend. I hope you get to see the six hearts of rugby. See you on the other side.